Howdy and welcome. I'm Mike, the self-proclaimed world's greatest solo board gaming journalist, and let's get straight to the news this week. Trusty pad. Alright, so cool thing we had, Ryder Games, they put out some great solo games. Their most recent one was Final Girl, and of course they put out a Kickstarter that was very successful, over 2 million for their Series 2. So they had a cool dress-up party at the end of the campaign, and unfortunately there was no group picture. You had the designers and the owner of the company dressed up as well as others. However, the only picture we have is of this fantastically handsome chap right there. That's right. And when we asked him for a quote of the fancy girl dress-up event, he said, and I quote, "It was a good time." That's right, end quote. On Instagram, Matthew Ryan, the guy that runs TGG Games, that's from his profile, he shared some cool pics of Museo. Let's put some up right now. This is a 1 or 2 player game. Looking forward to seeing more previews and clips of what it's gonna be. And on to Rogue Angels. Rogue Angels announced it's going to be relaunching. We don't have a date yet, but we know that there will be some improvements to some of the components, but otherwise the gameplay was solid, so there won't be many changes. We look forward to hearing more from the designer. You can join the Discord. I'll put it in the description below if you would like to learn more. Also, I'll put the Discord for Ryder Games in case you would like to join in the next dress-up party. What else we got here? Pampero. So Pampero is not out yet. We're hoping to see it hit Kickstarter soon. This is a game by Julian Pombo, who has worked with Vital Lacerda, creating some of those heavier games. However, he is also the designer of Mercado de Lisboa, which is a lighter game that includes a solo mode. Julian makes lots of solo modes, so we're looking forward to having the one-player variant in Pampero. And you can go to Board Game Geek right now to get an idea of what Pampero is. However, what's cool is if you go to the Julian Pombo Discord, maybe it's the Lacerda Discord, I'll put it in the description below, you can see some preview pictures of the artwork by Ian O'Toole. Ian O'Toole is the amazing artist that did art for On Mars and Rococo, one of my favorites. All right, playtesting. Since we're on that subject, we've got this Julian Pombo guy, but also Vital Lacerda. They're doing playtesting for some of their upcoming games. If you take a look at their Discord, you're welcome to join in on that. I've noticed they've been looking for new players, so if you'd like to try out a really heavy game, it may not be solo, but it's going to be a game that's going to come with a solo mode. Most likely. No, one of them for sure. I don't know about the Vital Lacerda one, but it's called Inventions, and yeah, join the Discord to check it out. And Julian Pombo's is something called I've played it so many times now, why can't I remember? Object Design Solutions. And you can see all of that on Discord. Won't share any of it on here. All right, Sovranti, the superior app for playing not just solo, but playing with friends as well. They're having the Sovranti Olympics. They are well underway. Here's the results as they posted right now. And if you'd like to take a part in it, you can hop on to Sovranti and play yourself and pick whichever team that you would like to support. The instructions for how to do it are, I believe, on the Sovranti Instagram page. Just check them out there. But I'll also put the Discord for Sovranti below with the instructions on downloading the app, and you are welcome to use my promo code SOLOARMY in order to get access to all the games for 60 days. If you missed the Kickstarter and you really wanted the game, you've probably seen Game Steward. So Game Steward, what they do is they buy games that are Kickstarter, so if you miss it, you can still buy the game from them. I myself used them for the Lockdown pledge. They have announced that they are getting their biggest shipment in, which is Lockdown. That's their largest shipment ever, if I got that correctly, as well as several other large shipments. So they are going to be working very hard and just are asking for patience as they get all of those delivered. And finally, interesting news, Ravensburger, the publisher, I'm sure you've heard this elsewhere. If you want to get full news, speaking of elsewhere, Board Game Co. does a fantastic job every week of giving the latest board gaming news. I'm focusing only on the news items that have to do with games that have a solo variant or are solo only. Back to Ravensburger, they have published some great solo games, Alien, Fate of the Nostromo, and of course the Horrified series, Horrified and Horrified American Monsters. but they bought into Gamefound. Now, Gamefound is a crowdfunding platform for gamers, board gamers, tabletop games. It's an alternative to Kickstarter. Ravensburger, interestingly enough, has never used crowdfunding for their games, so I'm not sure exactly what's going to come from this, but I love that they had the faith to invest in Gamefound. Looking forward to seeing where that goes. And that's it for the news this week. Here's another playlist with some other Kickstarter updates.